Hey there, my fellow miners, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Songs of Syx, Episode 15, Building a Village for Mining. I am not going to build the roads out here just yet, because I want to see the desire path. I want to see where people like to walk out here, so that I don't have to figure out where to put my roads. I'll just have them tell me. So as you can see, there's like a whole bunch of path usages. And some of them can kind of be ignored because some of them are like odd jobbers coming from a weird spot. But over the course of time, it will converge into one clearer path, and I'll just pave that path once it's done. So my odd jobbers are excavating the mountain. And then we're going to need a lot of furniture to put in here. Right, because this is 40 and this is 46. So then I'm going to also hire some additional odd jobbers to work the hell out of the carpenter. Because us Cretonians suck at carpentry. So we need all the help we can get. Alright, checking in on the clay. We haven't put any clay in this warehouse yet. In fact, we only have 1 unit of clay available. Wait, what? Maybe that is true. I only just started clay. Yeah, so I don't think I have any clay. Are there Z levels? Not really, but sorta. Some buildings can have, like, basements. You don't get to see the basements, but, like, a basement would be if you upgrade a longhouse to add capacity to make it more urbanized, you add a basement to it, and that becomes like a Z level, a hidden Z level, but a Z level nonetheless. But like, I wouldn't say realistically it has Z levels, apart from like walls are impassable, right? It's not perfectly flat because that means there's no elevation, but yeah, there's not really Z levels like that. If you want Z levels like that, you're looking at Dwarf Fortress. So in order to complete these, obviously we're going to need furniture, but it didn't look like our odd jobbers need workstations to be able to work out here. They're getting the job done just fine without workstations. It's not really obvious where the road should be. I think this path a little bit clearer. This like perfectly diagonal path originating from roughly here. So I think because they tend to take a paved path more than others, I'm going to run a wide road out this way and then to start paving it. I'm going to try to follow one of the paths that I see them typically take. It's not going to be beautiful, but it will be functional. And the expanse of this road is going to need janitors, and it's going to need hearths and wells. This is not a cheap project. And then, of course, this whole area is going to need its own infrastructure as well, homes and temples and just everything. You know, as soon as you're trying to add significant industry, it comes at quite the cost. One I'm willing to spend because metal is everything in this game, but quite the cost, not all the same. And given the amount of stone that I have and how wide that road is, although I don't regret how wide that road is, let's clear some additional rock. There is tons of rock around here, so it's going to be really easy to obtain. Oh, there's clay here. 6. I mean, not much, but, you know, it's not 0. The first things I'm going to upgrade with clay is probably my wells once I have 8. Don't I? Oh, I got rid of bathing tech. Let's get it back. And then I can start putting that clay to good use. Why make it 3 wide? 1 wide is ugly, and 2 wide... Yeah, I just wanted to. Or it's actually like 4 wide. Kind of 3 or 4. It's a highway. You can think of it as a highway. But yeah, I'll show you what 1 wide looks like. So this is 1 wide, where once it goes diagonal, it looks real weird. 2 wide looks jagged. 3 wide is a little bit better. But as soon as you start to get wider, it looks like a road and not like a footpath. And I want it to look like a road. Oh, wow, look at you. Full population. You guys are not working very hard for that full population. Time to fire some of you. I'm glad I checked. We're starting to get fabric. Not a ton of it. But the weaveries are getting fabric. And then another thing is our grain silo is almost full. In order to upgrade the grain silo, we're going to need pottery and cut stone, which is what I'm literally working on. But like, we might need a secondary grain silo because this thing is just bursting. And sooner or later, so too will our apple warehouse. Because there's quite a lot of apples and quite a lot of grain. Let's see if we can't track that hauler. See his work path. His commute. I actually don't know how to find specifically just the hauler. Now that I think about it. There should be one of the people walking out here. Your janitor. Oh yeah, here he is. So here's the hauler. Going out, grabbing clay. Oh, look at his return path. Because, as I said, we don't have a road as the crow flies, so he does his best. But then he delivers the clay here to be put into the warehouse. And this is exactly what I said earlier, which is if we have a clay hauler, we may want a smaller road, like a access road, but a road that allows him to haul it to the warehouse faster. So building this road in addition to the other roads, you know? That'll work. All right, let's upgrade our wells. Boom. So there's the first well upgrade. It's prettier. It's like, you know, cobblestone or something. It's technically made of clay, but once we get a little bit more clay, I'll be able to upgrade all the wells. And you can just scroll through all the wells. These are all the ones we have built to upgrade them. And what ends up happening, why we're doing that, if you're wondering, is the services provided by wells increases when they're upgraded. So people are happier with better services. We have a pretty big project on our hands, so I'm going to go for speed. I don't think we're going to have any food problems. Oh, we got our first crime. Yay! I don't have the capacity to fight crime right now, so I'm going to ignore that. Clemency for everyone! Congratulations! My ineptitude offers you clemency. So we're making the roads up to the mines, albeit slowly. And we're making the roads down to the clay to make clay a little bit easier to obtain. And the wells I want to upgrade first are the ones that serve the most people. Because there's a bigger benefit, of course. Meet in the middle. Done. Now this is a much more straightforward service path for the hauler. Or for anyone that wants to travel down there. Are you the hauler? Nope. Hope he uses it. It'd be a shame to have a giant road system. Oh, you bastard. You bastard. Look at him. Look at him. Your name is Science? Well, okay. Use some science. Get there fast. At least he's using this part of the road. I caught him. Oh well, whatever. It's pretty. My feelings are hurt. But, you know, I can't fix stupid. And that dude is stupid. Extreme temperatures are a little dangerous for the people out here. So, what is our maintenance circle? The northernmost janitor. Let me hide this. Is... No, that's a toilet. Where's our northernmost janitor? This guy. They can service up to about this point. So I'm going to want another janitor, maybe roughly around here, as well as like a hearth, a well, a small house. You know, just the very basics. Because we have a heat wave going on right now. And the odd jobbers that are like way out here are a bit exposed because trying to get to the closest well sucks. So we're just trying to keep that in mind. Seriously, you're going around again? Do I have to create a wall here to stop you? He's not using the road. Alright, maybe he'll use the road if I do this. You can cut that way? I don't know. Sometimes it's just like not worth pulling your hair out over, or you'll go bald. Well, case in point. Oh, okay. We have the furniture to build the ore mine. We just haven't built it yet because the odd jobbers are making the road. And we still need more furniture for, like, the other mine. Which isn't excavated yet. But the road's about halfway there. And I think at this point here, this seems to be a good spot for a halfway hearth. And well... I'll do 3 benches... and a triple tree. A janitor to maintain the roads. And the well and the hearth and all that stuff. And then just like a little house for him. It's not going to be comfortable, right? It's basically a misanthropic house. It's like if you don't want to have to deal with people, live here because it's in the middle of nowhere. And there won't be anyone around to bother you. But I will give you a very nice well there. You will want for nothing. For water, that is. All right, so all the wells that I have, let's go ahead and make sure they're all tier 1 now that I have the clay. Good. And then the other clay that I have will go to pottery. So I'm going to only hire like a potter or two. I'll just hire one for now, just so that we have a baseline of pottery production. Oh, I don't need a logo person here. There we go. "38 months of food. That's what I like to see." If I take a look at the path usage, you can clearly see this hauler is just refusing. Absolutely refusing to take. And some of that just might be, it's not wide enough. It would not surprise me if that's the case. He's taking the forest path just because this cobblestone road is a little bit too narrow, but I'm not gonna fix that right now. I'm not fighting him. He can have it his way for now. All right, is this built? Yes. In fact, there's 2 janitors here. That actually maybe not unreasonable. We'll call it the road janitor. And let's open up. So the road janitor covers the northern edge of the pastures. And the last janitor will easily cover the mines and the remainder of the road. Cool. So there should be 2 people living here. 2 janitors. Ifara and Ifara. Good names. Glad you guys have surnames, because your first names are the same. So taking a look at the surfaces here. If we take a look at wells, as you can see, we've gone from roughly 50% to roughly 75% because of the upgrades. So we have 100% accurate access, 98% proximity, 100% quality, and 66% upgrade. Ooh, extreme temperatures. Once this road's done, then I'll start queuing up all the other necessary infrastructure up there for the mining village. Well, at least someone's using this road. They're all skinny dipping in a pile over here. Would it be racist to say it's a pig pile? Given what Cretonians look like? Yeah, I'm probably a little racist. That's alright. I have a boorish sense of humor. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! The gods have forsaken the nation of Kadan, and the rains have stopped. If this keeps up, it will devastate our crops. Everyone must now pray. So what's going to end up happening here is, because almost all of our farms heavily rely upon groundwater for fertility, the yield this year is going to suck. The thing is, I'm sitting on 3,000 grain, so in order to not starve, this is all I have to do. Boop. That's it. Just bake twice as much bread as I normally would, and we'll be fine. We also have 2,500 apples. So I hope you guys like apple cobbler, because, you know, that's what we're eating. That's on the menu. We're fine. That's why I've been stockpiling, and I have almost 3 years worth of food in stockpile, and that's not even considering the grain. In fact, let's not even ramp up our bakery, because I'd rather just eat the apples, because they rot at 25% per year, whereas the grain only rots at 12% per year. So if I end up dipping into, you know, getting low in food, I'll just add more bakers. But, yeah. Running a massive surplus protects you from drought. So, yeah. These farms basically do nothing this year, as you can see. Like 22 vegetables, Last year it was like 4 times that. Which is totally fine. We are well prepared for this. How do I not have pots yet? I'll hire 2 potters so that if one slacks off, I'll know it. They'll rat on each other. Our great grand highway nearly done. Boom. Alright, up here. What do we need? We need the hearth and well. We're probably going to want lavatories. The only way they have with food distribution markets is food's kind of far away. And I don't know if it's worth... I'll consider that in designing this. Alright, we're going to want a janitor. I'll put the janitor here. Some benches. We are gonna need kind of everything because the rest of the villages are too far away. So this is gonna be its own cul-de-sac. So temples. And then lavatory. If they were holding it all this way, they're definitely going to have to poop. I'll put it next to the janitor. I don't think I need, quite... It doesn't need to be as big of a latrine, because it's only supporting a mining colony, not like the entire populace that's down there. But if I have to scale it up, oh well, I'll scale it up. Make it rounded. Or rounded-ish. And then, of course, last but not least, houses. And I want an excess amount of housing available. And I'm contemplating whether or not I have markets here. I'm not 100% sure about that. What I can do, however, is do the smelting out this way. There's a lot of use for coal. Oh, you know what just occurred to me? Oh, no, never mind. There's a lot of use for coal in the other industries, but like the ore really only ever becomes metal, and I might as well just do the smelting out here too, so that we don't have to haul ore all the way over to then subsequently smelt it. So let's go ahead and get the crude smelter. So metal smelter is going to be rather loud and obnoxious for people to live near, so I'm not going to want to put it adjacent to homes. In fact, I might not want these homes here at all. I don't really like that. I want them sort of centered around a town square. So let's do this better. Give it a slightly more organic feel. There. I think I'll keep the lavatories here anyway, because it also services the road. So they got well, hearth, speaker, trees. Some benches. Let's say benches for the speakers. And then I'll square it up. Insulate it from noise. And then build this smelter. So, unlike the other parts of the colonies, these are getting double walls. For sound isolation. I'm going to pull this wall down and have an enclosed sort of mining colony feel with our warehouse or warehouse. Yeah, maybe I'll just do one warehouse for both coal and ore. So logistics. So I'll fix the walls. And what was this? The speaker? I'll move that. Coal and ore. And the other side of the warehouse can be the smelter. It's a big project. Very costly. But trust me when I say it is worth it. So this road is going to need to have a more obvious, clear access in. So I'll just delete that and have this turn inwards. Like this. Okay. I think it looks pretty good. Then these roads are going to eventually go out to the mines themselves. So that's where people work. And I dug through the mountain. So I'll probably want, maybe dig through the mountain here. Although the ore is just going to go to storage here where the smelter will be. So maybe that's fine. Or alternatively, I could create a path out there here. I think that makes the most logical sense. There. Feels pretty organic. Super speed! Accelerate. Record lows. So, our race is a lot more susceptible to lows than highs. So I'm a little worried about, in the middle of the winter, the people out here being exposed to the temperature. I think this is also a good learning thing to do because it's very possible that someone's going to go crazy. Or starve or something. just because there's no infrastructure up here yet. So they're being exposed to the very cold temperatures, and I don't have good clothing for everyone yet. So they don't have thick layers of clothing to protect themselves from this. Yeah. 3 people getting exposed. So one way to limit their exposure is to just not have odd jobbers. Hire them into facilities closer to the base, essentially closing that work area for the season so that nothing bad happens to them, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hire them as either potters or tailors. Oh no, it's too late. A wrongful death already. And it's probably not going to be the only one. Yep, there's 3. The problem was I didn't prioritize the hearth before everything else. If I really wanted to, what I could do, and maybe I will, given that they're dying, is suspend the jobs of everything but the hearth, and then unsuspend it once the hearth is built, because they have no way of warming themselves up here, which is why they're freezing to death. And wrongful deaths hurt immigration, if you're wondering. It's not just like, oh no, I got you killed, but like, you know, people aren't going to move to a city that gets their citizens killed. So, I'm going to also activate the well, too, for the same reason. Because it protects against the elements. If we scroll down to Skull Island, there we are, there's the graves of the Frozen. Let's furlough, or actually in this case, fire the potters. Because it's no longer extreme temperatures, they can go back to work. And the tailors. I'll keep 2 tailors though. Or whatever breaks even for fabrics. 1 tailor. Helping to add more clothing, which, you know, is part of the solution. People have already forgotten about the wrongful deaths. Short memories, thankfully. So my odd jobbers should be getting the hearth and the well built, and then once that's built, I'll unsuspend everything else. But that would be the order of operations, is like, you know, getting heating and cooling so that no one dies. Wow, they are sure taking their time building this, though. They do like a small fraction of it, then just bail. Alright, no? Yes. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to fast forward time so that you can just... we can get more of this mining colony up and running. I'm a little less hesitant to rush time through because we have... oh, they want to give me cotton? No. But thanks. Because we have enough food security that, like, we're not going to starve tomorrow if I blunder too quickly and too fast timing forward. And I know that we're going to end up with mining colonies up and running, so I'm going to add 10 more odd jobbers just so that they can build the mines faster, and then some of them will be hired on as miners once they're done. Oh, someone became sick. So this is a result of imperfect sanitation, which requires healthcare to resolve, but healthcare requires opiates and fabrics, and I don't have enough research for healthcare, opiates, etc. So we would need another healthcare center, you know, a research center. Trying to solve that for one person, bit too heavy. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. I'm also near out of wood. So let's scroll back down here and trim most of the trees closest to the town so that we have the wood for continuing this construction project. Plus wood for hearths, wood for baking, wood for everything else. Oof. The plumber and the janitor working up here. Have, Alright, I'm just gonna call this smelter warehouse. Have nowhere to live. I wish they had somewhere to live, but we just haven't prioritized homes yet. So we should have 2, 3 homeless. Who's the third? Oh, the speaker. Yeah. Don't worry, your house is getting built. There you go. Now you're not homeless. Homelessness 1? Who's homeless? Cretonian janitor. Oh, because we have 4 janitors working here? What the hell? No, we don't need 4. Shut up with that noise. It's a road. You maintain a road. Not that hard. Just maintain it without, you know, 4 of you. Don't be silly. My grain and my apples are completely full. I have no more space for either. I don't have the resources yet, cut stone being among them, to fix this. What are some other solutions? So one of the other solutions is to stick it in another already existing building, like this one, upgrading it, and saying, hey, apples are cool, and grain is cool. And adding a delivery person on it. It's a stopgap measure, but like a pretty decent one. And in fact, this warehouse here doesn't have, honestly, anything that really matters. We can just move it out. So I'm going to do it here. I'm going to do half grain, half apples, and this is kind of like an overflow. So forget it here. Thank you for tuning in to Songs of Syx, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a marathon November 23rd. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind I'm not looking for feedback. This episode was cut from a marathon, and the marathon was streamed one time only, so feedback cannot be incorporated. If you would like to join a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams, and if you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. A link to my Patreon page can be found there as well, if that interests you. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream of another game. Farewell, my fellow Cretonians.